This is an update from the YouTube video 2010 YZ125 best upgrades, and I got some requests for a startup. I've modified the bike slightly since then, only aesthetic for looks. Changed the back rear fender and back number plates to black, and still got my cut line on the rear number plates. Changed my fork guards to black and my front number plate to blue, which I'm hoping to get a black background on there. And as far as that, it's got all the same upgrade components. Just a quick list of them again. We got Ride Engineering triple clamps with a Honda steering stabilizer. Had to drill out the hole for mount onto the frame for the upper bolt. The lower bolts comes with this in the triple clamp. I've got the Pro Taper Fusion, typically in the unlocked position. I got the soft yellow rubber bushings for the triple clamp. I've got a Motion Pro air bleeders, Magura hydraulic clutch, dipped in Plastidip. Dip my stock lever in Plastidip. Got a Pro Taper MX half waffles, light gray, and a new set of pillow top lights for the next pair. I've custom bent my Ride Engineering cable stay and deleted the back piece. And got a BBC 280mm front disc brake rotor and a light speed disc guard to protect it. I've got a Maxxis IT Desert, longer knobbies, and just wears really good for me, lasts a long time. Coupled with a tubeless system, so I can run my tire pressure lower and not have to worry about pinch flats. I'm running the same on the back. Maxxis Desert IT. This is actually a 110 90 by 19, but I'm kind of light, so it still spins good, and I've also got the tubeless system on that, on the rear. As far as exhaust systems and motor mods, engine stock, except for Pro Circuit Platinum pipe in the front for the expansion chamber, and for the silencer, I've got a Pro Circuit R304 shorty with a removable screen type spark arrestor for state parks and forest parks. National Forest. I've got a custom front or skid plate here made out of a 5-gallon bucket in light gray to match the frame. My drain hole for the oil, which I'm about to change, and these new Acerbis peg guards, I guess. This keeps the mud out. I've yet to really try them in the mud yet, but we'll see how they go. Gotta hook up on those. Here's my Magura cylinder here. Works connection radiator braces. Fresh twin air filter. All lubed up. Stock sprocket on there. Sunstar with the 50 tooth. So I think that's an option. Bigger, but still the stock Sunstar. Got the Lightspeed chain guide on the bottom. Works connection frame protectors. DID ERT2 chain gold chain, which I get a couple more rides out of it, and I'll throw a new one on there. I've got Boysen Pro Reeds stock replacements. My new KYB sticker, nothing special, just a sticker, but still repping those KYB SSS forks, which are the best, pretty much, in stock trim. Got the Black Excel rims laced up onto the stock hubs. I got my brake snake here, so I don't snag something when I'm riding off-road. And got my little Cherby's plug here. And my seat is actually just shipped it off to Moto Seat today. And I'm getting all blue, YZ blue with light gray stripes or pleats. And should be looking pretty good. I can't really think of anything else. It's pretty much stock with a couple little hop-up parts that I've gained over the years from different bikes I've had on different YZ252 strokes, frame guards, radiator guards. Actually, no, those were eBay special. Pipe, eBay special. Everything I got for a relatively good deal, so I'm not, wasting too much money on this bike. I picked it up for, under $3,000, and I've got about, $4,000 invested total, including the initial cost. But a lot of the parts were, that's accounting for the retail price of the parts. I got deals on some of the parts, and also some of the parts were used for other bikes. Like this clutch was from a Honda CRF 450 that I had before this bike, and I just routed it. It works great, actually, surprisingly. Didn't have to change the cylinders or anything. Cable was slightly longer, so I rerouted it, but it works just fine. It's not really a must. I probably wouldn't have bought it for this bike, but I just had it for my last bike, so, throw that on there. Like I said, braces and stuff, picked those up for cheap. Those came on a bike that I bought used. The frame guards, still running the chain and sprockets that I got with the bike. They don't really wear out too quickly with my light little body and this light little bike. I've changed the oil and seals in the forks once, but it's about time to freshen those up again. And like I said, I gotta pop the drain bolt off and throw some new oil in here. Not that big of a deal. And other than that, she's a little ripper. So, as requested by subscribers and other viewers, they wanted to start up, so I just started her up. She sounds pretty crisp. She runs great. A couple little other things. We got a Works Connection anodized blue axle blocks, and this is actually a Tusk upper triple tree bolt, and that's about it. Great little bike. Got the plastic kind of redesigned yet again. This bike and the 252 stroke are probably one of the only bikes that have so many different plastic options, being that they've been pretty much unchanged since 2002 is when this plastic came out, besides the front fender and front number plate. but or in front fork guards, which are slightly different, but the shrouds and the rear fender and number plates are the same, and tank. So those are pretty much unchanged for 14, like 10, like over 10 years, 14 years or something. So that's kind of a cool thing when you own one of these YZ 2-strokes, is that you have so many plastic options. You can go with the 2015, 16, and soon to be 17 new shrouds and front fender if you like, and rear numbers and fender with the new airbox if you'd like. I just opted to chop my old number plates and kind of update it a little just for personal preference, you know. Not that it really makes you faster, makes the bike perform any better, but part of how your bike looks makes you feel good, and that could make you ride better just because you're feeling good about your equipment. And personally, you know, I like the stock shrouds or the older shrouds rather than the newer ones. I like to think of them a little bit more, I don't know, country, a little more cowboy. That rounded, those airflow, it's just kind of circle. Remember, like, it's the old guys, two-stroke freestyle guys and stuff, doing flips and stuff on them. The 250s, it's kind of like the slightly more rounded, and then opted for the Cycra number plate, front number plate, just to kind of make the front fender kind of look a little more in flow with it, I guess. Kind of like transitions better, and also just to kind of it mounts easier because I've got these Ride Engineering triple clamps, and for one, it helps kind of protect them from little nicks and stuff, and for two, the mounting locations are always off when I try to put one of the newer front number plates on, because this is for actually the 4-stroke models. So when you try to put this bolt in right here, it ends up bending the front number plate and kind of arching it out like that and bending it like that. So what this enables it to do is sit a little lower in the front, down towards the front fender. Instead of it being up here, it sits a little lower because it doesn't fit into these grooves here, those post grooves. It just zip ties on the bottom. So, you know, whatever. It's not that big of a thing, but just little modifications like that make it custom. And yeah, I mean, I rode my dad's 250F 2014 the other day and helped him find that bike. It's actually a Works Connection bike from Eric over there, Works Connections. And that's a good bike, 250F, but the lap times I had were real close, about half a second faster, a little less than a half a second faster on the 250F, which adds up, but I'm sure I could, you know, it's real close. And yeah, 125s are alive here in 2016. 2-strokes in general, still alive. Waiting to see what Yamaha comes out with in the 2017 model. Probably not much different than what they have now for their 2-strokes. And yeah, just shred these little bikes. We love them. So keep your 2-strokes alive and keep them ripping. Alright, until next time, check out some of my other videos, and be safe out there, guys.